Spirit Sports Consultants presents our weekly NFL picks.
Welcome back. It's time for NFL football. We've got our NFL Week 1 picks. We're going to do an overview of the week. This is super early. We're recording this in May. We're going to take a deep dive into the Cowboys-Eagles game and then give you our initial picks for the others as we dive deeper and get more information. We haven't even had training camp yet, so this is just our early takes. We're already excited for the football season. We think you are as well. So let's take a look first at the Cowboys and Eagles. That's going to be the opening game on Thursday Night Football. We were kind of hoping it would be the Lions or the Commanders, but they went with the national team, the team that everybody either loves or hates. We're Texans fans, so we'd have to be in the latter category. But this should be an interesting matchup. We think the Cowboys might be a little bit underrated in this one. Love what the Eagles did. Of course, we were Eagles backers. We picked them for the Super Bowl. We really like what they had. We thought Saquon was the difference. We also think that Vic Fangio was huge. But take a look at what we have in our football previews coming out later this summer. When we look at the Eagles, we think they will win the division. We have them coming in at 11-6. First in the NFC East for this next season, and we think their running attack, their balanced offense, their key here is on the offensive side. We think Jalen Hurts has made huge progress. We like what Saquon did. I mean, that can be, can't be overstated. We like the receivers. That O-line is powerful. But let's look on the Cowboys side, the defense. We think they're going to be a surprise team that might make a wild card or take a wild card this season. And we think the key for them is obviously Dak Prescott staying healthy. He missed 9 games last season. That was huge. They still were able to win 7. That was a little bit impressive. Let's look at that defense. We think the secondary is the key. We have them ranked there as an 80. We think they could be higher with Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland playing the full season. Let's take a look at that one. We think that Cowboys pass defense will help, but it's not going to be enough to stop the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. We do think the Cowboys being a division rival, that's a key factor for our picks. We think they're going to keep it close. It's a 7-point spread right now. So look for the Cowboys to cover that in what should be a close game. Take a look at our pick grid. We got the Eagles here winning this one 24-21. Again, the best play, we like that. Cowboys plus 7.5. One of our key rules, division rivals play each other tough. Just like this one here, Chiefs-Chargers. Like the Chargers there plus the 3. Bucks-Falcons. We might be a little biased towards Baker and Todd Bowles. We like the Bucks here minus 1.5. We think Bengals-Browns. Browns, who knows who's going to play quarterback. At 5.5, we don't like that. Take the Bengals money line. Dolphins-Colts. Dolphins on a fast track. Raiders, we like the moves they've made. Saints are a mess right there. Cardinals money line. Giants, Commanders, again, division rival rule. Take the Giants with the points. We also like it the under. And the Steelers, Jets, we think with the quarterback unknown factors, we like the Jets. Go with the home team, Jags. 49ers have that rivalry. The Broncos hosting Cam Ward, yeah, we got that. The Packers, Lions, we might revisit. Texans, Rams, take that under. Ravens, Bills, revenge game for the Ravens, and we like the Bears over the Vikings. Let's take a deep dive. The Ravens at the Bills. Great matchup for Week 1. First Sunday night football game of the year. It's, of course, the rematch of the AFC Divisional Playoff last year. Heartbreaking finish for Ravens fans as Andrews had a chance to tie the game, catching a 2-point conversion, dropped the ball. Slick, wet football, as you see here. Lamar lost a fumble there. Andrews fumbled again earlier in the game. They lost a turnover battle 0-3 to the Bills, and that really kills you because we look at the stat, 90% chance of losing if you lose the turnover margin by 3 or more. If you look at total yardage, the Ravens played a fantastic game, 416 total yards. Bills only had 273. We think that bodes well for the Ravens in the rematch. We want to take a look at specific matchups. We're looking at our preview pages here in our rankings. Take a look at Josh Allen, obviously MVP in 2024, phenomenal season. Our concern here for the Bills would be on the running backs. James Cook, unbelievable year, but what's his status? Is he going to hold out? Is he content with his contract? Could there be possible problems there? They need him to have a great year like he did last year to go up against the Ravens, because we think on defense, if you look at the secondary, once the Ravens moved Kyle Hamilton back to deep safety, now they have first-round pick Malaki Starks to come in there to shore up the safety position. We think that secondary could be a big, big difference against the Bills and the Josh Allen pass offense. We think that they were one of the best in the league once the Ravens made that switch with Hamilton. So let's watch that. And on offense, the Ravens, of course, have Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry recently re-signed, but we think the big difference might be Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, the first Raven Pro Bowl wide receiver, was not in the game last season against Buffalo. Had to be a huge factor for the Ravens. That's Lamar's favorite weapon, right? He and Mark Andrews. But this year also, Flowers will be joined with DeAndre Hopkins. We think that veteran wide receiver presence prevent maybe some double teams. So for this one, we really like the Ravens. We think this is a bit of a revenge game, but even more so than that, last year they played. Ravens dominated the Bills 35-10. We just think they're the better team here. So what's next for the season? We got quite a few things planned. We're going to complete our pro football preview. We're going to make that available to our members. Each of those have a 3-page preview for each team. We're going to give our record forecast. Then we're going to take a look at, you've seen highlights of some of them, the position rankings, all the major position groups. And we're going to use this on our website. We're going to update that each week to keep it current, to reflect injuries, changes in performance, etc. And then the final page we have, we're going to present best case and worst case scenarios for all teams. We're going to have videos for each team. We'll do them by division. Then we'll have our preseason playoff forecast later in the summer. And then, of course, each week we're going to put out our weekly NFL schedule. We'll do our picks videos. We're going to do our best bets, and then we're going to do some betting tips and tricks as we go along with the season. So we look forward to a great season. Thanks for joining us. And if you're not a subscriber, feel free to like and subscribe. We welcome you. Have a great season.
That's all for this time. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to sharing our future videos with you.